Hi guys, so today I'm going to go ahead and review the, I don't even know what this is called, Crafter's Companion. I think they're calling them dimensional boxes, but they're basically the picnic box for today. And then I also have the milk carton, and I don't think these are available on HSN anymore. They had them regular ship, they had them auto ship. I signed up for auto ship. Of course, now they're on Crafter's Companion for, I was gonna say way cheaper, but not really, because, well, they brought out the whole set, so everything you were going to wait for auto ship is already there. You can buy it all at once. Of course, I'm having a love-hate relationship with, you know, CC right now, and I think a lot of you guys are too from the comments I hear, so I don't feel comfortable saying, you know, that you're definitely going to get it if you order it from them, because a lot of times things are missing or they sell out, but right now the whole bundle is sold out anyway, so obviously people bought it up. But they do have individual items, and they're, if you have a discount with Crafter's Companion, like if you're already in Club Inspire, it depends on your discount. You're probably going to get a better price on the items than HSN had offered, and especially since the, you know, whenever the auto ship comes up. Not horrible. I think I just looked in these for auto ship, like the individual ones that are going to come later are like 15 or 16 bucks, plus shipping, plus tax, right? And so it's kind of odd. I looked on Craft Stash because I know they have a lot of Crafter's Companion stuff, and a lot of times whenever bundles come out, they get it even before Crafter's Companion would have it. They don't have the dimensional boxes right now, but they do have like the pop-up box stuff. And I mentioned that to you guys before. I think they want just over $10, $11 for theirs. So they are less expensive than the auto ship. If you had auto shipped the pop-up box, and that might be something you want to look into. Craft Stash is based in the UK, so it does take a little minute right now to get in. So you can check that out. I know my order is coming in hopefully Monday, depends on when I show you guys this video, but it's in San Diego now, so it should be in pretty quick here. And I ordered a bunch of Lavinia stamps. That's what I ordered from them, so I'll show you guys those, because even sometimes Lavinia's website themselves is sold out, so I was able to find more of the stamps on Craft Stash than their own site. But I just wanted to let you guys know that, because yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. And they even have the Over the Edge dies now on Crafter's Companion, and then one other thing that had gotten with auto ship, what else was it? I don't remember, but they have these great prices, and then a lot of times you end up not getting in your package. So I just don't trust right now. So like I said, I'm taking a hiatus from ordering from them, but you know, maybe it'll work for you. I don't know. But again, Craft Stash does have some great prices, and I'm sure they'll get the same things. They just don't have them quite yet, but they do have the pop-up box items. Now, when we look at this on the back, it tells you it goes through the large Gemini. It does not go through Gemini Junior, and will definitely not go through the Go, obviously, because it's much smaller. This is the main set, the picnic box die, again. And then this one happens to come with this first little set of stamps and dies called Home Sweet Home. Really cute, and hopefully I might cut out colored paper, just kind of like they did. That way I don't have to color the wood and the other stuff. I don't really feel like doing too much coloring today, but then obviously if we do the apples or anything else on here, we might have to color it in. So we will do that. But the basic construction I'm sure is going to be easy. So like I said, I already have these same shapes on their Crafter's Companion embossing boards. The Sweet Treats embossing boards are basically the same kind of things going on here. Ugh, I hate destroying these things, but oh well. That's what happened. There we go. And this one does come with some instructions, so that's really nice. So basically you're going to cut the two, and then you're just going to match them up. It's not too difficult. Sorry, I had a little tickle in my nose. I'm trying to see what I want to do. It's kind of cute what they did here. Looks like they put like little clouds with ink and stuff like that. But I'm probably just going to go with colored paper. Let me go grab some paper and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just going to use this light blue paper. And again, I'll use my Empress because it's next to me and it's just easy. But of course, this will go through, again, your larger Gemini. Let me move this stuff out of the way because my paper always ends up sticking to it. And so I have two pieces here. I can probably run them both at the same time, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just do one and then the other. Do these fit here? It has to go this way. Ooh, just right at the edge there of my Empress. So I'm not even going to cut the paper because I'm going to run it through this direction. So I just wanted to make sure it was going to work. And I'm just going to put a little tape just to really hold that down. But yeah, you know, I don't know. We already know that what happens is if sometimes you pick up something at HSN and then later Crafts Companion has it for way cheaper. And it's kind of a bummer. Obviously right now there's a longer wait time, so I guess we have a little bonus by having picked it up from HSN, but oh well. You know what, is this gonna... It doesn't get all the way to the very edge there. Huh. I might have to run it through 2 times to make sure it cuts, because that very last part, even though it's on the plate, it's not on the full sandwich. Of course, in the Gemini, it'll be the full sandwich because the plates are much bigger than these guys. Or if I use the extended cutting plates on my Empress, it would be the same. But I went with the little guys, so yeah, I just missed that. But to be honest, I'm just gonna cut that because it's the very edge of this. All I have to do is just cut with my scissors, so that's what I'll do. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the second one the same way, and I will be right back. Okay, for this one I let it cut better on this side and then let that hang off because this is just a tab, so it doesn't really matter. But what I'm gonna do is line these up and just make sure that I cut this one right where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? So the other one doesn't matter as much if you don't want to pull out your extended cutting plates, or if you don't have the Empress extended cutting plates. Okay. And so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and fold on the lines. Now this one, obviously you can kind of tell, obviously the thing's going to fold inwards like this. And then this is going to go back. But to make it a little less stark, I'm going to do a little bit of distressing. So I'm just bending them so I know where I need to distress real well. And I'm going to get my tumbled glass just because it's a pretty color and thought why not. And what I'm going to do to distress this is just go on the edges just a little bit. That's kind of why I wanted to make sure I knew where they bend. Okay, so I'm going to go around all the edges here and do some this way and some that way. So on either side of the folds, on the bottom and the top, everywhere. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I have both of my pieces here. And normally I would do this with a wet glue because I prefer... Actually, I'll still do it with a wet glue. I'm going to use my tacky glue. I kind of like, for videos, using adhesive runner because that way it just dries obviously immediately once I stick it down. But this has kind of, you know, some pieces here that I would prefer. I think it'll be fine. So I'm gonna have everything folded right inward other than the little top part, because at the top it's gonna go like this, right? So that kind of folds out, but it doesn't really matter how you have it folded right now because it's just gonna do its own thing. So I'm gonna start at the bottom. Obviously the instructions are really straightforward. These kind of things are pretty easy. But I'm just going to put some glue down. And I missed a gap here. And how you want to tuck these to you. Do you want to tuck them in between the layers? Which I think would look nicer. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to tuck this in here. I know it'll be hard to see. I'll show you right now. Basically just bring in that flap. But if you don't care and you want to just leave those on the very top after you put together the other two bases, you know, however you want. So I'm just holding that down. And now that I did that, I need glue on that top corner, on this corner here. And that'll kind of disappear those little corners, right? Because now this guy, I'm going to tuck it underneath. So I want to put some glue here. And I don't like making things more complicated. So it seems more complicated is what I'm saying. But you're just sticking that down here. But again, if you just wanted to leave it on the very top, put both of them on top, then do that. I think this will be nicer because when you look in the box, it's a nice flat surface instead of having a bunch of little flaps that you're seeing there. And now this, you can put right on top of there. And right now I'm focusing on that bottom, not doing anything to the sides, obviously. Let me tuck this stuff out of the way. We're just placing that there. And just taking a glue bottle, something to help me kind of flatten that out so it touches. Again, if I had done this with tape, it would have stuck immediately. I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit before I start messing with the sides. So I'll be back once it dries up a little bit better. The basic construction is really easy. And then here I'm just gonna make sure the tab gets glue all the way to the edge so it looks nicer. And I'll do one side at a time. So I'm gonna hold this and just kind of finesse it down. Got a little glue out here. I'm just gonna wipe that away. So I'm just gonna hold it until it doesn't move anymore, right? And then I'm gonna do the same thing on this other side. Just add some glue here and hold it. Okay, and I just turn to the side so I can hold it down nice and flat on that edge. And that's basically it. So then you bring this in, you bring this in, and there's your little box. So really easy, obviously faster than tracing them by hand with your embossing boards, if that's, you know, what you have right now. But I have no problem with that. It's kind of fun to work with. And there's your little basic box, right? So I guess now what we're gonna do is decorate it a little bit. I do want to hold this down a little bit more. I can see that's opening up on this other side. I didn't hold it long enough apparently. Okay. Actually what I'll do is I'll put it to the side over here and I'll put some kind of weight on it. Not even a lot of weight, but just something. Okay. Then we have these little guys. I'm going to pull out some colors. It looks like I need like a dark wood color, maybe some green, some lighter brown, and some white paper. I don't know. Let me grab those things and we'll get started with that. Okay, I have a couple different papers here. I was thinking about a white picket fence would be really cute, like this one. They just decorated it in this way. Let's see here. I guess someone just cut that fussy cut, or by hand it seems like, because there's nothing in here that looks like this. But you can have like a scallop edge die or something. I don't know. That's not in here. They do have these little things like, what is that for? Interesting, very interesting. I don't know what that's for. Maybe it's for this. I guess you can make it up if you stamped them all in a row and then cut it out by hand. I have no idea. These little scallops. No, that's not. Oh, maybe shingles? What do you guys think? Because they're all stuck together. So yeah, maybe it's like a shingles look. Anyway. Okay, and then it has a little banner, kind of like a little bunting thing, which is really cute. I would assume that's what that is. I don't know. Yeah, because they have these little banner pieces. So then you would stick these to these guys, I suppose. Flower box. Some other little items. The word thank you, and then it has the words to cut out for that too. So I guess what I'm first going to do is just... Oh, this is weird. The backing came right off. Is stamp some of these things. And I know they have just black and stuff like that. And I was thinking about stamping them and coordinating colors. Like this one, maybe I'll do with walnut stain. Try to really get that on there because this is an acrylic stamp, and walnut stain, this kind of ink is very watery. Sometimes it wants to repel from those kind of stamps. As you can see, it wasn't the best impression. But it is a tree and it's good enough. But let me do it one more time. But I think for me it's good enough. I'm not going to be too picky about... Again, you can take a nail file, and rub them on your stamps. Or stamp it with Stays On first, and Stays On will cling to it. Or there's lots of different ways to prep your stamps. If you keep getting that. So as you can see, it's still kind of doing that same thing. Or you can use the quick drying ink. Doesn't repel as badly. This stuff is just very watery, water-based, and just does that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and stamp out the green part of the tree here with green ink, and then I'm going to stamp the wood fence. I don't know how much of that I need, but I do have this piece of craft cardstock, and I'm just going to stamp it over and over, and then we'll start assembling the outside of the box. Okay, so I stamped out a few of those things, and so what we're going to do now is cut them out. So this is kind of hard to see through. Again, if you want to make yourself an aperture, go ahead, because I have a feeling this is going to be way off. because again, I can't see through it. So I'm just kind of eyeballing this. Ish. At least this one's a little bit more easier to see through. I did stamp out 6 or 7 of these because obviously they were all kind of grainy and looking weird, but I'm just going to cut out all of them and see which ones I need. I think we need 6. It looks like you can probably do 2 and then 1 on each side, so 6, I think. So that's what I'm going to cut out. And I'm just going to run these through the Empress, and same thing for the little green tree here. And I'm gonna get that all cut out. Okay guys, I have pretty much everything cut out, and yeah, I mean, it's just cutting. I don't know what I want to do, and then my daughter just woke up, so I feel like I'm just gonna get moving on this. So I'm gonna stick these down, and yeah, it looks like two overlapping each other would be best there. I'm trying to see what they did in this picture. Yeah, they just put one over the other one because it's just, it could be a little smaller, right? So I'm just going to go around and glue all these down, and then we'll come back, and should the tree be in front? Maybe the tree should be in the yard. Whatever. I'll just put it in front. But, oh, that's a lot of glue. I'm going to stick this down so hopefully, obviously, it does not move. Actually, I'm going to put that one on top of this one because this one didn't stamp very well. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one down. And then I'll put this one on top of that one because this one looks a little better. I'll cover up some of that where I didn't stamp too well. Just a little bit. And on this side, I will stick another one down here and then the same, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to work the tree. And you can do it on both sides. I'm just going to put him on this one side. And not too much glue, but that's quite a bit of glue. I'm just going to put him here, and then we're going to 3D glue gel this guy just to give him some dimension before I do that. Actually, not before I do that, I'll just do that. I'm going to hold this down a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back because I do need this to stay down. And once it's dry, we'll 3D glue gel that guy and finish up our box. Okay, I think that's pretty much all I'm going to do. But of course, you stamp your little apples, you stamp your butterflies, and you color them up. I might do a little banner just because the banner is kind of cute. But other than that, I got to just move on. So this is the basic construction. And I do want to put 3D glue gel on this, but in a way that you're going to be able to see more of the tree branches, because what's the point of cutting, if you just cover it up, you won't even see that. So you kind of want to have it a little bit up so you can see some of that cut out, right? So it's the very edge, if you can kind of see that. It literally is the very bottom edge of this that's going to be touching. And I'm just going to stick it down like that. And I did cut out a little heart for my little tree. And like I said, maybe I'll put a little banner, maybe I'll put the thank you. I don't know, but the kids are up. Got to get breakfast going, and hopefully that showed you guys a little bit about the basic construction. This is super easy. I mean, the other one's the exact same way, the milk carton. It's easy. But I did want to kind of go through it with you guys. I would have liked, I don't know, now I'm more into artsy things. Like, this is very basic, you know, but it's very cute. So, I don't know. Maybe there's a way to make it a little more fun. And just put the little heart in the tree there. It was a good size, the little box. But again, I was trying to think of other places you might find it. I know sometimes people say Hochanda has stuff like this, Create and Craft. I don't know if they deliver out here in the US, but Hochanda does, and especially now, I guess, after everything's starting to open up a little bit more. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll have some pictures. Like I said, maybe I'll put a little bunting here, and if I do, I was thinking about doing the thank you, stamping it out, and then maybe cutting between the thank and the you and having it like hang. Does that make sense? But anyway, I will see you guys at the next one. Bye now. Okay, real quick, while I have this drying, and you can see I have all these different things. I'm sorry, I put this together and then I realized I kept talking about, oh, maybe you just do it freehand. So some of the items that are on the image on the other case, which is kind of weird because it's here, even though here there are none of these dies or anything in here. I guess they're saying you can go from this to this, but anyway, And on this packaging, it shows the apple tree, right? Instead of showing what you can do. But down here they have like a fake kind of image of it. So all that stuff is here. So you have your shingles, cute little tags and other things. So I forgot to mention these things, like to make little bricks. Of course, you're gonna have to do that one by one. You have your little windows and the doorway, so that's really cute. But again, you're gonna have to do all that. Just a nice little thanks here. So yeah, I just took this die and ran with it, and then forgot to come back and show you all what else is on this die set. So there's a lot more you can do. And thanks for watching, guys. And I'll have the pictures for you there, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.